I love. Listen up, Earth Angels. I'm going to tell you how to easily receive more wealth without fumbling the bag. Okay, there's a reason, it's a well known statistic that, I'm going to say, 90% of people who win the lottery in the next, 5 years, they've lost it all. There's a reason you see, athletes, celebrities, you know, internet famous people um, make a lot of money and then lose it in the next couple of years, squander it. Um, Adrian Bronner comes to mind, but lots of people. MC Hammer. I don't know why, such a dated reference, but iconic nonetheless. Um, and yeah, there's a reason why they do that. So I'm going to tell you about it, okay? So before we get started, though, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Sheba. I am a transformation specialist, a shadow alchemist, and an ex-lawyer. And I help powerful, visionary, highly successful women and cycle breakers to unleash their true selves, walk in their purpose as divine disruptors, and create the life of their dreams. Oh my God. Only 3 days of coming up with that, and I'm already I kind of got it. I love it. So yeah. Anywho, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And so yeah, let's get into it. So in order to avoid being one of the many people, being a statistic of someone who receives a lot of money and then fumbles it pretty shortly after. Including that Indian Uber driver that we had a couple videos back. Yeah, he made a bunch of money during the Silicon Valley tech boom, and then a couple years later, things kind of went under, and he didn't have any savings, didn't have any investments, had kind of blown his money on all these cars, even though he worked from home, and he just he ruined his life. And yeah, that happens to a lot of people who come into money unexpectedly, quickly, fast, early. It comes to them and their nervous system doesn't feel safe with it. Oh, it's an unconscious thing. And so they push it away. They've learned that receiving money comes with strings attached to it. So let me tell you, if you have an offering and you're like, hey, I'm gonna I don't know, read your tarot for $10, and someone's like, I'm gonna pay you $1,000. They just see your value. Would you feel pressured to do more, give them more? We've been taught that in order to receive, we must first earn it. We must first do something to earn it. We've learned that from our parents, from our grandparents, from our communities, from the media. It tells us that it's not safe to receive if we haven't first earned it. And so when you do receive, your body, your nervous system is not going to feel safe with that. So you might find yourself giving your money away, treating people, paying back debts, buying a bunch of stuff, circulating your money a lot. And before you know it, you're like, oh shit, where did all my money go? And it's tough. We feel safer not having a lot of money. It's what's familiar to us. Our nervous system, our brains, they are just looking for patterns, for familiarity. And so all your life, all your parents' life, all your grandparents' life, they've not had any money. And they've worked all their life and they scraped by, and they still don't consider themselves wealthy people. And so sometimes our nervous system is trying to stay loyal to the old rules of our lineage. The rules that say, it's not safe to receive. There's some strings attached. You're going to have to do more work in order to receive more money. So, if you don't want to fumble the bag, you're going to have to do some nervous system regulation work, baby. You're going to have to learn to feel safe with increasing amounts of money so that when it comes, you don't push it away subconsciously because you don't feel safe with it. Unconsciously, subconsciously, you think of all of the bad experiences you've had with people who have a lot of money. And so your nervous system doesn't feel safe. You're like, oh, I've seen how these these old shitty white dudes, how they act when they get money. And I don't want to do that. Money corrupts, we've been told. And so you're like, I don't want to be another person who is corrupted by this money. And so you give it away. Maybe in charitable ways. Maybe you're like the person who now you treat everybody and you're quick to, pay for stuff and to, pay back things and take on debts and other things. You might feel safer having a bit of a tether on you. You might feel safer, being in the lesser position, the person not having money and owing people money. So you might put yourself back in that position because that's just familiar. You might not even consciously realize that's what you're doing. You might just be, your instinct is like, oh, I'm going to do this. But really, it's like your inner child kind of trying to keep you safe. You can call it your inner child. Some might call it, maybe your inner saboteur. But you got to remember that both of these aspects of you are ultimately trying to keep you safe. They don't want to see you get hurt. And they're operating on the old rules of your lineage, the old money rules, where you had to work hard to earn money, where you had to earn money, where you can't just receive. If someone is giving you money, you have to be a little suspicious about it. And so you push it away. Maybe you're like, okay, I'll pay you back. Or, I'll, do something in exchange for this. Can you just receive? What happens when someone gives you a compliment? Do you accept it? Thank you. Oh my gosh, thanks. Or do you immediately go, oh, what? No, you're awesome. Someone says I love your shirt. And you're like, oh my gosh, oh, this old thing, I love your shirt. That's a great shirt. You don't have to do that. You can just accept the compliment. You're still safe, even if you're not giving something back in return for the thing that you received. So yeah, I recommend when a video that's about nervous system regulation, in conjunction with kind of manifesting or reality creation or just calling in more money, more wealth, click on that. Because even, for anything, if you're, I don't know, playing football and you want to catch the ball, you got to practice. Because when the lights are on and the adrenaline is going and you're running full speed and there's people running at you, you're going to want to have practice what it feels like to receive in a high pressure situation. Ooh, I just thought of that. I love that. But that is what it's going to be like. Someone, where people are always like, oh, if I win the lottery, I'd do this, blah, blah, blah. But if you really won the lottery, your nervous system would be like, oh, I have so much money. Oh, the taxes. Oh, more money, more problems. Oh, money corrupts. Ooh, I got to take care of all these people. Oh, I don't want to forget where I came from. So, since you are destined for great wealth, it's obvious, it's inevitable, you're going to want to practice receiving. You're going to want to learn to get comfortable receiving so that when it comes, inevitably, You're not pushing it away subconsciously. You're not unconsciously feeling unsafe receiving more. And when you feel safe, you know, everything is just better. You can experience the present moment more intimately, more pleasurably. You can plan on creating more, on doing increasingly creative things with it. And you won't go through these periods of maybe you receive money, but you can't sustain it. Every once in a while, you'll have these like dopamine hits of like receiving a larger amount, but pretty soon you're back to whatever feels more comfortable for your nervous system to receive. So yeah, I've been spending the past couple years, I've gotten, I of course meet with my amazing therapist. I've gotten some shamanic healings. I've gotten some different like tarot reads. I've gotten a business mentor. I've watched all of the things and did all the manifestation techniques, and the through line is feeling safe. Your nervous system, your inner child feeling safe, trusting you with money, trusting you with you. So yeah, you don't want to fumble the bag. You better practice receiving. Practice making receiving feel effortless. So what can you do this week where you just receive? What can you ask someone in your home, your neighborhood, your orbit? Where can you like ask them to take on something that you might normally do? And you just receive the benefit of that thing. Even if it's someone who, tells you like, good job at work or something. You're like, thank you. That's it. You don't have to go like, oh, thank you. Oh, that means so much. Stop. Receiving is normal for you. That's just who you are. You're here to receive because you're the source, And what is it? Water always flows back to the source. So water, money, wealth, abundance, it always flows back to the source. And that, my love, is you. Powerful. What time is it? Oh, yeah. I wanted to just do a little short one, okay? But I'm going to do a lot of ones on this because if you're following me, then you are in store for a lot of wealth, a lot of success, a lot of receiving all of the things you want. And if you stick with me, baby, we're going to make sure you hold on to it. We're going to make sure you maximize that. Because I'd be a force multiplier, as Billy says. So yeah, you're going to be getting more wealth, more love, more recognition, more visibility, more opportunity. And I love that for you. All right, I've delivered the message. Let me know what you think, okay? Like, comment, subscribe, share it if you think someone will resonate with this also. Head on over to my website, ShebaNewmanBlount, if you want to work with me one-on-one. Ooh, create your dream life. Unleash your true self. Ooh, I love. Okay. Love you guys so much. That's all I got. Talk to you, Earth Angels, tomorrow, okay? Love you. Bye.